Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, listeners. We are here, the Porn Stars Are People podcast, and I'm here with Katya Rodiguez. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
Katya Rodiguez. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Okay, what's going? So you were in LA. This is where you live.
This is where I live.
Long time?
No, I just recently moved here 8 months ago when I started the industry.
Okay, and then so you're 8 months into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. How do you feel so far?
I like it. It's been pretty hectic, ups and downs, but so far I like it.
You're starting to figure out how to navigate the
things.
things.
Yes.
That's cool. It is. It does seem like a very how do I want to put this? It's most of the people that I meet are pretty new into the industry, right? So it's like there's a ton of newcomers always.
Yeah.
It's just like comedy. Like every week somebody is like, oh, I'm gonna try this, and then it starts spitting people out like pretty quick. And then it's almost like with your industry, just like with comedy, if you've been in it for a couple years, all of a sudden you're like a veteran. You're like, oh no, they've just been in it. They're an old dog. They've been in this forever. They know all the tricks and so on and so forth. So so that's an interesting thing. So 8 months.
Yes.
Seems exciting and scary. Is it scary?
No, it's not scary. It's fun actually.
Okay, cool.
Fun.
Very cool. So we're in LA. Have you picked like a favorite area in LA? Have you picked like a favorite place to hang out? Like, do you have like your little spot?
I'm so busy, so I haven't yet like experienced LA.
Yeah.
It's been 8 months, and I don't really go out much because I'm so busy.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, the something about this town. I think the first couple times I was here. Have you ever seen Office Space?
Mm-mm.
The first couple times I was here, I would be in the traffic, and it felt like Office Space, where you just go a little bit, and it's like it really did. Because I was running around with people who were doing auditions, and it would take like 30, 40 minutes, an hour, depending on the time of day, just to get like 15, 16 miles. And something about this trip, I've either like figured out just how to be better on the surface streets or whatever, but it feels a little bit more of a real place. But for a while, it really just felt like a lot of time in the car for not a lot of result.
Yeah.
Now, do you drive?
I drive.
Okay. And then how do you feel about the driving here?
It's so much traffic.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh my God, it's horrible. It's worse than Chicago.
Yeah. You lived in Chicago for a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And you were driving in Chicago. I feel like Chicago's a place where you can take public transport.
It is, but I didn't live like in the city, so I drove myself around. Very
cool.
Yeah.
Now you're dressed very adorably. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, so are you a sneakerhead?
I am.
I'm looking at what are these? These are the 3/4 Air Force Ones in like sort of
kids,
like a camel. I don't know what's this color?
Wave. It's camel.
Okay.
But it's I wear kid size.
Yeah, what size are you?
3.
You're a 3 in kids?
3, yeah.
Jesus. No, I believe you. You don't have to show me. I believe you. Wow. That's fantastic. So that's good. So I meet a lot of people who are like in that in between size, where they can go either way.
Yeah.
But 3, you're 100% kids all the time. So
how
does that play out when you want to wear adult shoes?
Oh, adult shoes. I'm a 5.
Okay.
So yeah, it's still they're still a little big.
Yeah.
But I
interesting.
Like
Yeah, I have found this out. Everybody in porn is tiny. Because they're all tiny. It makes me feel a little bit better. Because as a dude, you watch porn, you're like, oh my God, that dick is like this size. Like, cause you like there's like a Godzilla. Because like the buildings were like this tall, and there's just like a dude walking around. Like that dick is the size of an arm, and it just find out that everybody's tiny. So guys, the dicks aren't as big as you. They're pretty big, but they're not as big as you think they are. Yes. So that's interesting. That's an interesting fact. So what do you like to do? So you said you're busy all the time, but do you get a moment to just be to yourself when you have that moment? What do you do?
I smoke a lot.
Okay.
I smoke. And when I do, have nothing to do, I like to like custom made my own like sets.
Yeah.
I like to dazzle things and
You're talking about clothing?
Yeah, clothing.
Okay.
Like bras and panties.
No shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
For like expos, like
no shit.
Exoticas.
So for yourself when you go.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's very cool. So what's the next one that you're in? Are you doing the one? There's one in Chicago coming up. Or
Yeah.
it already happened?
Yeah. No, it's coming up next month.
Okay. So check her out there in Chicago. It's which one's this? This is Exotica Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully, I'm gonna hopefully get a chance to do the one in New Jersey. I'm based in Hoboken, so it's right there. It's right near me. So I'm gonna get to check that out for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first chunk, sort of diving into this industry. I've known people vaguely from time to time throughout my life that have been involved in the industry, and I've always been interested in what goes on and something about people in porn. I'm always the personalities in porn are just.
Mm-hmm.
I get along. I don't know if that I get along with them. It's just they're just good, cool, interesting people. Like just walking around the street, like talking to an accountant. You don't know. You don't know if somebody's gonna be cool. You meet a lawyer. You don't know if you're gonna get along. Just something about it's just a bunch of dope people in this industry, which I think is counterintuitive. I think a lot of us think. Just regular civilians think that just everybody in porn would just be dumb and can't talk and whatever, and they're just like whatever. But everybody in this industry is like way cooler. Than just the walk around. So I don't know why. It's very cool, and I do think there is this weird connect between comedy and porn, and a bunch of people in porn are now doing comedy, and I think some people that were doing comedy have gone into porn, so it's a weird little dynamic that happens.
It is.
So what happens? So you're only 8 months into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So have you been to one of these conventions before?
Yes, my first one was New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
The last one.
Last year, okay.
It was nice. And then after that, I went to AVN.
Okay.
And that was my first AVN too. And that was more like it was so crowded.
I heard that thing is fanatical. Like you can't even Well, first of all, you can't move around. I heard you can't see everything.
Mm-mm. No, because you're so busy in your own booth and signing like 8x10s and talking to your fans, and you can't like walk around.
So what? So what happens? You basically post up in a booth, pictures, you sign, meet the fans,
take pictures with fans,
take selfies, the whole thing, and it's just like for like a week of that.
Yeah,
that's crazy. And then it seems like AVN, and it's just I had just started the podcast when the AVN had happened, so I was like I was on that moment where I was like, do I fly? I had gigs that weekend, so I was like, do I fly out, try to do like Thursday, Friday, and get back quick for my show in New York, or what do I do? So I didn't end up making it out, but I was following everybody on Snapchat, so I felt like I was there. I got to see who was at the award show, who was doing the thing, and I got to see some of the fun stuff that happens. Now, so like. When you put that many porn stars in a room, does that create a fun, more enjoyable experience, or is there like a lot of drama?
A lot of drama, to be honest. It causes a lot of drama because we're all crowded and like some porn stars have their bodyguards and like they get in the way of another porn star's the
booth or whatever. You're like, excuse me, you're blocking like, my poster.
I had that problem at AVN.
Yeah, there was just a dude just standing.
It was just a dude just standing like in front of me, and I'm like, you're in my way. I know you're her bodyguard, but
nobody can see me.
Like, stay like behind her, not trying to like nobody's trying to get at her.
Yeah, that's so funny. Well, nobody's trying to get at your girl. Let me through.
Yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, because I guess that's the other thing. So it's a lot of big personality, and then so it's like just like with comedy, it's like everybody in the comedy green room wants to be the funniest, wants to be the biggest, wants to be the most memorable. So then. Like those things don't play themselves out as much when you're just hanging out, but then now you're in the spotlight moment, and like everybody, and also I don't know, you're charging for the signatures. You got to get that shmoney. So everybody starts thinking about their shmoney, and then all of a sudden it's like it's like a dangerous situation. So then what else do you like? So is that the whole thing? It's just signings,
signings, and just
little appearances and shit like that.
Yes,
that's cool. So I'm gonna try to check out the one in New Jersey. You guys got to check her out in Chicago. So what else? So outside of porn, what's going on in your world? What's you said it's crazy. It's a brand new change in your life. 8 months. Are you like how do you balance yourself? How do you figure out?
It's
chill?
hard. It's sometimes I get lost. I don't know what day of the month it is.
Yeah.
But I've been working on my website.
Yeah.
And I've been also trying to put something together, not sort of related to porn.
Yeah. What does that mean?
Camming.
Okay,
I'm trying to like have my own company for that.
And
help other girls.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, it seems like we're in a very entrepreneurial period of time where everybody is like, okay, this is what I can bring to it. Yeah. And I know, because I think that it seems like that was the arc for a lot of people. Some of the veteran porn stars, once they kind of got pushed out of the industry, because you got to fit within a certain category. And once you kind of, I don't know, get to a certain place, or maybe you get to a place mentally or physically where it's kind of weird. So then a lot of people I know had sort of, they started hosting their own sites, and they started managing. I've talked to a bunch of people now that end up being managers. They used to be in porn, and they're managers now of the girls. So like that's a whole other side of the business. So you're brand new, and you're already like, I got to take this thing over.
Already, yes, because
take this shit over.
I want to have another income, and I want to also help girls who need help camming. Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to work on right now.
That's cool. Yeah, that is becoming a big kind of industry. It's and it's an interesting thing. It wasn't something that initially I thought that I would gravitate towards just because of my taste and whatnot. But that now, see, the weird thing is now everybody, even the way relationships play out, I generally when I'm dating somebody, I'm gonna be at a distance from them for a period of time or always, because I travel so much with comedy, and so I was in a couple of relationships where most of our sex kind of happened on Skype or through like Snapchat, and so now. When I go to a campsite, I can totally relate, because now I can just put myself in the position where like, no, this show's for me. This is 100% for me. This is us. This is how we get it done.
You can take a girl private.
Yeah, you can do that specifically. Yeah, but even from the standpoint of like what's going on is because that's all dudes do, is we try to personalize it.
Yeah.
And we try to make our dick that dick so that we're in the thing, because we don't have that big of an imagination anymore, especially with the fact that the porn is everywhere.
Yeah.
So the cam thing is like it's an exploding market.
It just blew up. Every girl's doing it now, and some girls, they need help. They're cam girls, but they don't have the right material for it. They can't do it if where they're living with their parents or they're in college. So that's why I am I want to get my own property, and I want to have rooms for all these girls.
Oh, very cool.
And just come whenever you want to
cam out.
Yeah,
come rent a room, cam. That's cool. Get all the equipment, do the whole thing. Cool. I think that's that's smart. That's great. So what else? Okay, so you're out here 8 months, got a new place, roommates. What do you? How do you live?
I live with roommates. Kelly Carter is my roommate.
Shout out Kelly Carter. Very cool. And then how's that working out? Like a lot of times the roommate situation, and not to blow up her spot, but a lot of times roommate situation, like the vibes of two people don't always jam together. Are you guys bumping heads on anything?
We're best friends.
Oh, okay, very cool. So it's working out.
Yeah,
it's working out good. Yeah, my roommate. The only I've discovered over the years that I think I'm a bad roommate. I have a place, and I've been there for a long time, and so I keep having people sublet at my place, and then what I find is that whenever I'm with a dude, if I ever like decide to be like, hey man, is it cool if you do your dishes? Somehow that turns into this big like argument where two dudes are just like butting heads, and then the dude ends up eventually moving out. So now I've gotten to a chill place where I'm just kind of like, I just don't ask anybody to do anything anymore, and then we're good.
No, we communicate well. Like if I make a mess, I pick it up. If she makes a mess, she picks it up. We both understand, So we never have any issues, never argued. Yeah. And we're good roommates.
That's great. Yeah. See, I've been in an argument where I was gone for a month. I come back, there's dishes in the sink, and I'm like, hey man, do you mind doing your dishes? And then with a straight face, this dude said to me, goes, those aren't my dishes, man, those are yours. And I was like, with all due respect, I've been gone for 30 days. There's no way those are my dishes. I just walked through the door. So the roommate scenario can sometimes be treacherous. What about, are you obsessed with anything right now? Are you so you're a sneakerhead? Do you have animals? I feel like
yes.
I feel like you would have something cuddly.
I have 2 pets, a dog and a cat. My dog, I have a husky, but she's not with me right now. She's back at home. Yeah. I couldn't bring her with me. She's
huge. Yeah, she's huge.
But she's coming to LA soon. And her name is Khaleesi, by the way.
Khaleesi. Shout out Khaleesi. I don't know if dogs listen to podcasts, but if they don't, we're gonna try to capture that market.
And my cat, his name is Gary, and he's
That's an interesting cat name. Gary.
I love him.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with him.
What kind of cat? I don't know enough about cats.
Blue Russian.
I'm still afraid of cats. I don't think that I'll win in a fight against a cat. That's where I'm at.
Oh.
And I don't know. I was afraid of dogs for a long time too because I didn't know how they communicated. So whenever I saw a dog running at me, I was just like, oh, he's going to tear me up. That's what's happening. Now I'm in a better, like now I've been around enough dogs. I have my dog. And so I understand that when a dog's running at me, I can tell the difference between like sick balls and like, oh, hey, how are you? I'd like to meet you. But with cats, oh
my God. My cat's like a dog.
Yeah, this is
so
what
weird.
I find interesting. Whenever somebody's trying to defend a cat, they're like, "Oh, you would like my cat. He's just like a dog," which in a way tells us that cats are worse than dogs. Because if the best cat is like a dog, then we all know that dogs are better than cats. So what does that mean that he's like a dog?
He grew up with dogs, so
does he think he's a dog?
He thinks he's a dog. He eats dog food.
No shit.
And he likes to go on walks.
Okay, interesting. Do you put him on a leash?
Yeah, he doesn't. I got him a leash. At first, he liked it, but then he doesn't. He doesn't like to be controlled.
Constrained. Yeah, he's a cat.
So he just like walks with them,
this
and
is so strange.
He goes out now.
Is he an outdoor cat?
Yeah, I didn't know that until last month. He like left and then came back.
He just go. So you were freaking out.
No, it was weird because like we leave the doors open for the dogs to go out, and we didn't see him for a few days, and then in the morning I kept hearing meowing, and I opened the door. It was him.
He's just hanging out. Yeah,
just hanging out.
He's like, I've been out.
He comes and goes.
Yeah, that's funny. I bet you finally got that relationship. That's when I love that. That's when you get to that relationship with your parents, where like we can just go out and come back and nobody asks any questions. But there's that front zone where as a parent you're like, no, you don't go anywhere, and you tell your cat you can't leave. But as long as you know they're gonna come back. It is very interesting when animals interact with each other, how they pick up little things.
Yeah, and he doesn't like get along with other cats. Only dogs.
Yeah, that's
only
hilarious.
dogs.
That's
it's weird. No cat likes them.
Which is rare. My dog is terrified of cats. Now she's been attacked by a bunch of cats recently. I was in Nashville and we had to pull like nails out of her butt a couple times because there was 3 cats and they would rile each other up. So there was one cat who would just antagonize, would come out, start fucking with my dog, and my dog doesn't try. Like she just pieces. She tries to get out, but then when the one cat would antagonize her, this other cat who's the chill cat would come out of nowhere and start trying to defend the crew. And she comes in and whop 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 on her ass, and she's just stressed out the whole time. But to be a cat that chills with dogs, that's an interesting vibe.
It was really weird when I noticed that he was acting like a dog.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like it because he gets along with any dog. Yeah. He's nice to cats, but cats don't like him because he's so nice. He'll just come up to you and just like try to like, yeah.
He comes up and he's smelling things.
Yeah, and
I've met a cat that goes up and smells a butt, which I didn't think was a cat thing, and I was like, do you know who you are? It's interesting because I've met dogs also that think that they're humans. Like if you're not in a dog environment that much, you really don't like, and you're not around them. It's really important, people, to take your dog to socialize with other dogs and let them know that they're a dog. Like like what's the old ugly duckling tale is like you always feel like they're the wrong thing, and then you finally go meet the thing that you are. So my dog got to meet this incredible dog, Ridley, in Oklahoma City. Shout out Ridley, shout out Trace Thomas, very talented photographer. And so she had never been an outdoor dog. She don't like if we went anywhere and people were like, no, let her out in the back or whatever, she'd go in the back, she'd do her business, she'd come back real quick and she'd be like banging on the door, she's barking, she's like, let me in, I live inside, I'm a human. So they had a doggy door, and so I would come home and her and Ridley would just be out chilling, like sunbathing in the back. And I was like, oh, you figured out how to be a dog. How adorable. So it's important to socialize your creatures.
Yes.
So you got Gary
and Khaleesi.
And then there's dogs. So you don't have your dog, but you have dogs living with you at your house.
Yes, Kelly's dogs.
And she got a bunch. Sounds like a whole crew.
No, 2.
Okay,
just 2.
That's a lot.
Peyton and Rupert.
Rupert with a B. Rupert. What kind of dogs?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what kind of dogs.
They're just randos.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's cool. So then there's chilling with the cat, chilling with Gary.
Yeah.
Gary's out right now getting cigarettes or something. He's like hanging around doing his thing.
That's the other thing. He likes to be around me when I smoke.
Interesting.
He likes the smell.
Oh shit.
So
that's funny.
He gets high with me.
Yeah. My dog's the opposite. So I had a buddy when the vaping thing first started happening. I had a buddy who would vape, and she is she's terrified of everything kind of, but she's terrified of smoke. So if you blow smoke anywhere near her, she gets all nervous. She gets in that hunch position. I went to Hoboken has a big, well, it was at one time it was a big Italian community, and so they still try to pretend that that's a thing. So they have the couple Italian fests. So I just go buy a cigar. Brought it home one time, and I wanted to smoke the cigar, and she was like, she wouldn't have it. Like even just the idea of smoke coming out, she just pieces out, and she doesn't want to be anywhere near it. She's afraid of smoke, whatever. So. You got a little weed cat, which is interesting. And we've all seen the videos where people blow the smoke in the cat's face.
I don't do that. He just comes by me. Yeah.
He's just hanging out. He just wants the contact high. He's like, listen, I wonder how it affects it. Like, does he act different after he's been hanging out with you smoking weed? Is he like more chill?
He's more chill, more like sleepy, and then he wakes up. Like, this is weird. Like, around 10 p.m. That's when he starts getting crazy.
Yeah, cats are nocturnal.
Yeah, that's
we try
weird.
to put cats on our schedule, but they're not.
They're not. He just starts running around up the stairs, starts meowing at
cats are
the
lunatics.
wall.
Yeah, I'd be chilling with this cat all day. My friend's cat in Syracuse, and we'd be sleeping, and then just in the middle of the night, out of nowhere, he just if the feet come out of the bed, he just attacks the feet. He's just like, that's his active too. So he's attacking your feet. He's doing the thing. And he's jumping on people.
Yeah, so that's another thing too. He likes to like surprise everyone.
Yeah.
Like if I come home, like he'll hear the garage and he'll like stand right
he'll wait
right in the corner and then bam.
He'll wait and run out.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Have you ever scared him?
No, I can. I feel like he would like get so mad at me.
Yeah, well, you'd be a little afraid because a human's natural instinct when they get scared. Sometimes we've all seen the videos where a guy jumps out on a guy and he starts punching him. So I feel like that's what a cat's instinct is. Like, rah! They just start whapping, which you don't want. It's one of my favorite things. I don't know if this is like a human thing to like or just a crazy comedian thing is like when I find something that I love, I just want to annoy it. Mm-hmm. Like one of my favorite things is just to annoy my dog. So I've been in situations where my parents' house was when I'd be there alone, and it was a 3-story house, and so I would like if it was just me and her, I would play hide and seek with my dog like a crazy person. And I would like because you can always lose people around like the circle. Yeah. So you're just like she's kind of walking with you, and I just like duck down into a thing, and then I wait, and then I hear her running around, and then I'll whistle, and then I see her coming out, and then I'll jump out, and then, like you can make a dog jump from fear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I would want to scare a cat. I think it would get bad quickly.
Yeah. He's like never attacked me or like scratched me really bad.
Yeah.
Like ever.
But I feel like you change, like it's like a changing thing, because like a little bit of a scratch, like because you're used to now, like a little bit of a scratch, you're like, oh, that's just a normal thing. But if I got that little bit, I'd be like, I'm dying, it's over. So yeah, it's not. I can't read a cat's personality. Like I can't tell when I'm looking at a cat whether he loves me or he hates me. I just think he hates me always. So I gotta get to a comfort zone where eventually I can look at a cat and be like, all right, we're cool, we're chill. He's not gonna fuck with me. But I've only ever been in cat situations where for no reason they just hate me, and it freaks me out, and I'm not sure what to do. So that's my and I don't feel very masculine, knowing that I'm afraid of cats. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's not like a tough guy trait to be afraid of a cat. So cats are evil creatures is my point. So what else is going on? So how do you feel about strangers' babies?
Strangers' babies.
Yeah, if you just see like a baby on the street.
I'm weird about that.
Do you see a baby and you're just like, oh my God, that's a crap? Or you're like, I just keep that thing away from me. I don't need that near me.
It depends. Toddlers, I can't. Okay. Babies, I'm like, oh my God, that's a cute ass baby.
So as soon as they start walking around, you're like, you're an asshole. I don't even want to fuck with you anymore.
But with toddlers, if the toddler is like jumping around, screaming, no, take your kid away.
Too much,
like,
yeah. Well, I think that speaks to like a lot of bad parenting out there. Mm-hmm. There's like really, there's less and less parenting these days. I find like people are just handing their kids off to things. They'll just stick some sort of screen in front of their face now. And that's not. I don't think that's the way to do it. I don't think it's how it happens. So
technology.
So who around you has babies that you get to just snugs on?
My friend, she has a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
4-year-old, and he talks and everything. So I like toddlers that are like, know what's going on and understand and are smart. I don't like toddlers who like to scream and are mean and like don't share toys.
Just crazy, crazy lunatics.
But I can get along with like a toddler who is smart and just likes to communicate and just is.
I like this. Is how I feel about this. Is how I feel about adult people. There's plenty of adult people that just get crazy and just scream for no reason. That are running around, so I feel the same way about those people. Yeah, I have a bunch of god babies, so I'm in charge of 2 girls, and it's a little sad because now. So I used to have my parents' house was where the god babies are. My best friends got all these kids, and I'm godfather to every other kid. I get to be godfather.
Mm-hmm.
They skip one, and then they let me be godfather again. It's an interesting gig. Because you can just show up, you get to be in their life a little bit. They make up a fake thing. So I'm Uncle Dan, and you show up, you make sure that everything's kind of copacetic, and then you get to leave. So it's cool. But then I think one of them started following me on Snapchat, and I'm not not that I'm not safe for work, but I'm not necessarily appropriate on Snapchat. So we had to figure out. So I didn't know who had started following me because she my goddaughter had gotten a cell phone, and I didn't know that. So somebody started following me. Mm-hmm. So I'm just trying to do whatever. And then eventually I found out that her mom went on and had to block me because of some of the content, because I'm not safe for children, apparently. But I think your job as a godfather or as a godmother is just to show up and kind of give a little guidance.
Yeah.
And it's 2 girls, so I got to make sure a little bit that they don't grow up to become sluts. I think that's my job. Like, that's the whole thing.
Yes.
And then if they do grow up to become sluts, I gotta look at myself and be like I can't take full responsibility for this. Her mom's a slut. What was I gonna do? You know what I mean? So it's an interesting role. It's an interesting job. I'm a new uncle. I'm actually finally a real uncle. My sister just had a baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I found out you find out your trust level with your family members based on whether or not they leave you with the child. Mm-hmm. So my little sister had just had a little brother at the house, and it seemed like she was being very protective of the child. The child was a month old when I met him. His name's Carson. And it seemed like she was protective of the child. So but I got there, and she was just like, "Here, just take him. I gotta go take a shower, whatever." And so I'm 1 minute in the house, and then I'm holding this 1 month old, and so I felt pretty confident that it's like I found out that my sister, we're Italian, we don't show love.
Yeah.
We just make fun of each other. That's how we do it. So I found out that my sister trusts me and believes in me and loves me by her just handing me her most important thing that she's ever had in her life. Mm-hmm. And she's like, I'll be back in like an hour. So I just got this creature that I got to hold. I'm a child. I'm a little bit of a child whisperer. I feel pretty confident around kids.
Okay.
I was 9 years older than my brother, and he had he was born 4 months early, so he had a lot of trouble. So our job as kids was for a couple months was to wake my brother up. He was on a heart monitor, so we were to wake him, or a breathing monitor, so he would stop breathing in his sleep, so we'd have to go wake him up. Mm-hmm. That was our job, to be responsible to not let our brother die. Which I think in a way is everybody, like that's kind of everybody's role always, is to just make sure that people around them don't die. Don't die. So what else is happening? So you have some people, you said it's open and out there that your sister is also in the industry.
Yes.
She have a couple year head start on you?
Oh, yes. Yeah, she's been in the industry for about 7 years.
And this is Veronica Rodiguez. Yeah. Now, is she passing down a bunch of knowledge to you?
Of course, yes.
Things to look out for?
Yes.
Did she push you in the industry? Is she jealous that you're in it? Is she mad that you're in it?
No, she helped me get in the industry. She didn't like tell me, "Oh, get in the industry." No, that was my decision. Mm-hmm. When I started doing camming, I was like so comfortable doing it. Yeah. And I noticed that I was doing good. Yeah. And I wanted to do, something better. Yeah. Instead of just doing it on my own, I wanted to work for companies.
Yeah. It seems like there's this progression. So you start. Yeah. You start in kind of like just like a toe in the water kind of thing. Nobody just jumps into and like their first thing is just like, here, 40 dudes. Like you just jump in like a little toe in the water, and then it's like you kind of find your little your zone. And it's interesting because it's like that with any kind of art form. is you have in your head what you think is the thing, and you try and you emulate some people, and then eventually you start to find your own path.
Yeah, I never thought of joining the porn industry ever in my life. I was in college to becoming a nurse.
No shit. It's weird. I don't know what it is about. Almost everybody I've talked to had some almost like medical background. I don't know what it says about the medical field.
I wanted to be a midwife.
I
love babies. That's why I just wanted to be a midwife.
Yeah, people were a couple of people were dental hygienists prior. A couple people were like in med school. It's just a weird. I guess it's normal, but it's in my head. It seemed like a weird transition point. That's the type of person that gravitates towards this. But you find something interesting about those things all the time. So wait, did you finish nursing school?
No,
so
I dropped out after I couldn't do it. I was working and going to school, and I left my my career as a nurse.
And this was in Chicago.
This was in Chicago. Yeah. I didn't want to do it anymore because I had a bunch of student loans.
Yeah.
And my job was more important to me.
Yeah.
Money.
So you
found having money in my pocket.
Yeah, you got to figure out how to live in this world.
Yeah.
So you were in Chicago. So you started camming in Chicago?
Yes.
And you found that there's a lot more opportunity to come.
Yeah, in LA. After I dropped out, and I didn't know, this was like when I didn't even know about camming.
Yeah.
I just dropped out because I wanted to have another job as well. Yeah. So I got 2 jobs, and then I got 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Modeling on the side, and that's when I was like, I can't do this. And then my friend told me about camming. Yeah. And then I tried it, and I was like, cool, this is awesome. This is money on the side. I
had some friends who were doing, and then they would do, pick a time, they would do like,
I would always do it at midnight.
A couple hours at night, the late night, and she was just pulling down. And then what's interesting is there's all sorts of different types of people. So she was just, she wasn't even really doing. Like a lot of times she would just answer questions. She would just chill and answer questions and do it that way. She wasn't doing anything crazy. And she's an aerialist.
And that's how I was. I didn't really do a lot of sexual things on camera. I had a lot of people who just wanted to talk and ask me questions and know more about me. And
it's a lonely world out here. It really is.
Yeah, and people would just take me private, and we would just talk. Yeah. Like it was awesome. Mm-hmm. That's why I liked camming. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. So so toe in the industry, and then so now you're out here in LA. So I assume you've seen a little bit of what happens in Miami. Mm-hmm. How do you compare the places? So I haven't, I not that I'm in the industry, but I'm new to even just talking to people in the industry, figuring things out. So I figured out immediately that being in New York was a detriment, because when people come to New York, they're there for like a day or two and then they're gone. So I had to go to Vegas, had to go to LA to catch up with all you guys, and then I hear Miami's kind of like the third spot.
Yep.
So how does it compare Miami to LA to Vegas, just from the business standpoint?
To be honest, I haven't been to Miami.
Not at all.
Not at all. I wanted to start here in LA first, because I started with LA Direct. Yeah. And LA Direct is out here.
Sure.
And I just wanted to do everything out here first before I went to Miami.
Yeah.
I haven't gone yet. And
is it your plan to eventually be in Miami?
Yeah.
And be with your sister, or
no, just
your own path?
Do my own path, yeah.
But she's there, what, full time? And she's
yeah, she lives there, yeah.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, I think the 3 places to go for porn are L.A., Las Vegas, and Miami.
Yeah, and Vegas is just a crazy culture.
Yeah.
Very, very different. Miami, although I don't know. I feel like Miami and LA have a lot in common. Just like I feel like LA and New York. Like LA and New York have some things in common. Miami and New York have some things in common. But LA and Miami are pretty close. It's just like a ton of people that have made a ton of money or gravitating towards that. It becomes part of their personality.
Yeah, I know a lot of girls from Miami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it's just a whole other vibe there. And there's just something about Miami and LA where it becomes part of your life to go to the beach and also just be healthy.
Yeah.
In New York, we forget sometimes, just because it's not nice, that the working out, being healthy is part of it. Like people in Florida that were like their entire identity is about whether or not they have abs. Because it's just like you're so close to the beach, and it's just part of life.
Yeah, I found that out when I got here in LA. I realized a lot of people go to the gym and take care of themselves because
so
the weather's so pretty. where like you want to look nice.
Yeah.
You want to show off your body.
Yeah.
And yeah.
In New York, it gets cold, and you're like, I'll just cover this thing up. It's fine. It's not a big deal. And you let yourself slip a little bit and it's also everything happens so fast in here. I don't know why. It just seems like everything is just running around you all the time in New York. So you feel like you got to be on that pace. Here, Miami, a little bit. There's a chill. There's like an underlying chill to people, and it's just sort of like time is a little bit more relative here. Like, yeah, it'll happen. I'll get it done. There's more sunlight here. There's a lot going on, so it's good. It's a good little vibe out here.
Yeah.
I do enjoy it, and I've made some great little friends. I still need to get out. This is the first nice day I've had. So I'm gonna try to get out and favorite. Have you picked a beach? Is there a favorite beach you have in LA?
Laguna Beach.
Laguna Beach. Okay, like the show, like this, like the.
I just love the view of it. It's so beautiful. Yeah. There's another beach too, Venice.
Yeah,
Venice Beach.
Very
I
cool.
like Venice.
I think I did a little walk at Venice Beach. I went to Malibu a couple of the days. Was all through like all the hills or by like Pepperdine University. It's just beautiful out here, like I've never seen. When you go to a place that just looks different than you've ever seen, it just blows your mind.
It does.
Like I'm just used to seeing buildings and then you come out here and everything is sort of like water and cliffs and things, pier and
mountains.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, in Chicago you don't see that.
Yeah,
No.
Chicago in its own right. I will say Chicago was one of my favorite places to visit because I went back to back Chicago to Toronto. Now Toronto's on the same lake as Chicago, Lake Ontario, and right, it's Lake Ontario. Am I making that up? Erie or Ontario? I think it's Ontario. And the way Chicago's set up is it's on the lake, so they use the space. They have the Navy Pier, they have the whole deal. Then you go to Toronto, and it's on the lake, but then they put a highway between the city and the lake, so they don't even use it. Chicago, you get a little bit of the nice little thing, although you don't want to go in that water. In Chicago, because it's crazy. It's cold. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the whole vibe can be created around just where they put the city. It's like it takes me back to like when Sim City was like the game, and you got to put the city in the right place on the map, or things fail. So what else? So you smoke a lot of weed. I don't know a ton. What's your like? Is there like a strand? Is there a thing? Like what do you look for in weed? What's the feel that you're going for?
In weed?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm a novice. I don't have enough information. It seems like everybody out here has a ton of information and they know what they're looking for.
I just smoke, honestly. I don't really look. I don't know.
It's just whatever. You just take whatever.
I just smoke whatever.
You get the same vibe from everything?
No, not really. Indica.
Okay.
Indica makes me sleepy.
Okay, yeah.
So I don't really do. I don't ever do indica. If I do indica, it's at night.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to go to sleep.
If
I can't sleep, I'll take indica. But I smoke a lot of sativa.
Okay.
Yeah, sativa is my thing.
And it keeps you chill, keeps you up, keeps the thing. See, I feel like I already have a little like I have like a coin slot eye thing already a little bit. So then like what happens is a lot of times I smoke and then and then I'll get a little high eyes and then like the gap between my eyelids is so small that like even just a blink could knock me out.
The thing that really fucks me up are dabs.
Okay, yeah.
Dabs. Sativa, indica, anything, dabs will fuck me up.
Yeah, we're getting to this crazy purification level where you just can't you can't fuck with the real heavy stuff.
With dabs, I've noticed when I smoke it, I like my brain. I just feel like I'm killing brain cells.
Yeah.
Like you feel it. You're just like, whoa, what just happened?
Hang on a second. I need my brain back.
Yeah.
I was in a situation once where I felt like I wasn't gonna get my brain back. It was my first bong hit, and it affected me for like a couple of days, and I was like, I don't really know. So that's my problem with drugs in general. Is I really feel like I'm just such a neurotic person that I feel like the consequences are gonna be forever.
Yeah.
Like I heard you hear the facts like they say doing ecstasy is like taking an ice cream scoop out of your brain. So like in my head I'm like, okay, well I can't do that. I don't want an ice cream scoop out of my brain. And then and then it's like things like mushrooms. It's like you can have a bad trip and like you gotta be around the right people. So I'm this very like reserved drug user where I don't want to get involved in any of the things. I'm already like this is my natural rate of speech. And like general aura, so like obviously I can't be a cocaine person because I would just run through the wall like the high C man. So generally, I can't. I'm just afraid of all the drugs, which I think is a healthy fear. You don't want to be.
You don't want to. Yeah.
You don't want to be the guy who's like comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, what is it? I don't know. DMT? Yeah, shove it in my body. I don't care. Whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. So okay. So what? So you're out in LA. So the next time you travel, Chicago, and then you're gonna. Do you know if you're going to? You're going to the one in Jersey?
Yeah, I'm going to the one in Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
Have you been to New York?
Yes.
How do you feel about New York?
Oh, it's so beautiful. I love it.
Right?
I love the city.
Yeah.
It's so many lights. Yeah, I only experienced it at night.
Yeah.
Only one day. I went to the
very
city.
Cool. Yeah.
I was sleepy. When I got there, I was like, wow, like all the lights, and saw horses too.
You saw horses?
I saw horses.
Like the ones at the Central Park?
Yeah.
Or just random horses walking around?
No, not random horses. Just like the ones that, take you for a ride.
Yeah.
In the city.
Did you do the carriage ride?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, they're very. It
was too cold.
There's so much. Were you there in the winter?
No. Yeah, November. I was there in November.
Yeah. It gets very, very cold.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting because people are starting to get very protective of the horses in Central Park and whatnot. And everybody's trying to make it so they don't have horses because they don't think they treat them that well because they're tied up to the thing. They got to poop in a little sack and the whole thing. This is an interesting thing I find about the horses in New York is cops on horseback, which is mostly in like Times Square because sometimes there's too many people, you can't get the cars through. They're just allowed to shit in the street.
Yeah.
So I'll see, and so I'll always see the big pile. I mean, it's like a human-sized pile of shit, like not like a human being-sized pile. And then I'll always see it. And everybody in New York cares about their sneakers.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I'll just wait back because everybody's always flying through the thing. And there's too many people. So I just wait back just to see if I can see that one person just tread through it and just ruin their Jordans. But I don't understand what if anybody ever comes and cleans that up. I think they're just like. That's just there. That's just this collateral damage. I don't know whatever happens to the horse shit in New York. I don't know what whether there's a guy because there is a couple dudes that come around and they got to clean up the trash and empty the things. So I'm wondering if it's that guy's job. Like he just has to sweep up horse shit every once in a while.
That sucks.
It seems like a weird job to have. So so you're doing porn. You want to do the cam things. You want to be a businesswoman, an entrepreneur.
I do.
If there was a job. You obviously at some point you wanted to be a nurse. If there was like another job, is there another job that like you look at and you're like, I would love to do that? Or is there one that you see and you're like, I would definitely not ever want to do that?
Well, I'll never be able to be a nurse around kids because of porn. So,
so that's done?
That's done.
Removed?
That's removed.
Although I don't think infants have access to porn. I think you'd be fine.
No, I know, but it's just
and I think infants are seeing more titties than anybody these days.
They'll know that I did porn.
Yeah.
And they'll never accept me.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there's that. Okay, but so is there a job removing those things? I mean, was there a job that you look at and you're like, that would be amazing if I could do that?
Acting.
Acting. Okay. So you're basically you're a little bit in the right field. Now, because you're in this position now and you're working in this industry, there is a little bit of acting. Do you think that the acting, because there's always this debate whether or not the porn acting is good, whether the scripts are good. Do you think the acting, I don't know, in the time that you've been here, is there a big difference between working with one company or another on what they expect from the acting perspective?
Mm-hmm. Mainstream porn. They focus more on the acting.
And they want the acting? And so do you find that part of it more difficult, more natural? How are you? More
natural.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So you're right in there. You're right with the acting. So that's cool. What are you working on now? Is there anything we can look forward to? Like, if we follow you.
My website.
So you're working on your
website. My website, yeah.
And so you're making specific content for the website.
Yeah, my own website.
And then And then how do you get it? You're gonna do like a membership setup with the website.
Yes, of course.
And so is it ready now? Ready
no,
to go?
It's not ready. I'm still working on doing more content. When I open my when my website is gonna be out there, I don't want it to just have one video, two videos, three. Yeah. I want like 15.
Sure.
So people can just subscribe to it and
so
have
what
clients.
Do you think? What are you looking at for like a drop date for your website?
Late July.
Late July. Okay. Mm-hmm. So look out for that. So then tell them what the website is. It's just your name.
It's KatyaRodiguez.com.
Cool. And then how do we follow you? What's your favorite social media?
Well, unfortunately, I got hacked.
I saw this. So let's talk about this. So this is very interesting. So you have basically like what is a guy with a Guy Fawkes mask, which was a British character. He also was the V for Vendetta thing. Who it looks like is taking every account.
I don't know what the fuck.
And I wasn't sure if it was. And I wasn't sure if it was like a joke or something that you were like promoting, or if it was real.
No, this is so fucked up.
So it says hacked by
Anonymous. The first time I got hacked, it was by Chuckery. I'm gonna give him a shout out, Chuckery. The reason why I'm giving him a shout out is because he gave me my accounts after he hacked me.
Okay, interesting.
It was a douche move.
Yeah.
But he gave me my accounts back.
This is a hacker?
Yeah, it's a hacker.
And his name is?
Chicory. Well, this is not Chicory.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to go back and find it.
I deleted.
Oh, you deleted all the stuff that he did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So after I got my account back, I deleted whatever he did to my account, and I was happy. And then I got hacked. The next day, I got hacked again by some anonymous person.
When did you get hacked?
I got hacked May 9th.
Okay.
Got my accounts back May 11th. Then got hacked again May 12th.
Hilarious. So what's your plan? Are you just going to start a new page, or what are you going to do?
I did. I have a new Twitter.
Okay, so go ahead.
It's Katya Rodiguez X.
Okay, let's do it. Katya Rodriguez.
I made it simple.
And so follow you there.
Yes.
Are you going to try to get your
your
old page back?
I am working on it. I am like
so how do you do
close
that?
to getting my account back. I am talking to Chicory again. I'm gonna give him a shout out.
You're gonna
Chicory is helping me.
You're gonna make him hack the old account.
He already has my account back. Yeah, he already has it back.
He has it. Okay.
Yeah, but I have to send him something through the mail. So he's not gonna give it back until he gets it.
It's super private information.
So
we don't want to.
It's super private.
We don't want to tell. We don't want to tell what the deal was. Oh, that's hilarious.
But yeah, he's gonna get my Instagram back.
Oh, that's hilarious.
My Instagram was hacked too.
Your Instagram was hacked too? Now, let me ask you. Let me ask you this. Was it like was it a password thing?
It was an email. It all started with an email. I got an email on May 9th.
Yeah.
In the morning, I saw it. It was exciting. It was an email saying that I was approved to be verified on Instagram.
Okay, right.
I was happy. I had all the followers for it.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, finally. And it was a scam.
So you put all your info in and they took that shit.
Yeah.
So wait, what was your?
That was it. That was
this. Which one?
That one was my old one.
This one was your old one.
Yeah.
76. So what they deleted all your shit?
Mm-hmm. Deleted everything, so I wasn't able to identify myself when I got a hold of. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so that's how it works. So you're okay, but you're back at. You guys pick up followers so fast. You're back at 10,000 followers on so it's Katya Rodriguez X on everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Twitter,
it's the same thing.
Instagram,
Twitter and Instagram is the same thing. Katya Rodriguez X.
Very cool. And then what else? Is there any?
Instagram. Snapchat.
And do you have a private Snapchat for people?
Yeah, they hacked it, and then I got it back, and I was able to secure it. So I got my Snapchat back, and it's not going to get hacked. So it's the same one.
Interesting.
Katya.Rod. XXX.
Katya.Rod. X. Oh, this one right here.
Yes.
Cool. I think. Yeah. Cool. All right. Very cool. Well, that's crazy. These are not real people problems. Getting hacked and
it was
what's
hell.
What's the goal of a person who hacks the account? What are they going for?
They're going for shout outs, I think.
They just want
shout outs.
They're just taking your followership and saying, this is a thing I did.
Yeah, and if you don't cooperate with them, they will sell it. They will sell your account.
Okay, interesting. This is what a weird world we're living in. Is this like, listen, I got this account. It's got 76,000 Twitter followers. You can just have it. Because then once they take it, they can change the name. They can do the whole thing and just basically just have your followers.
Yeah, but it's not gonna. I don't think it would work because you're a porn star. They follow you because you're a porn star, and all of a sudden you're a teenage kid.
That's right.
Or
whoever.
Not.
Yeah. Or
whoever.
takes it over.
A teenage kid, old man. A girl like
right.
You're not Katya Rodriguez.
Right. They're not gonna like the similar content as they would if it was they're looking for they're looking to see that booty. They're not looking for whatever marketing thing is going to be the next deal. So that's an interesting and weird problem to have. So I'm sorry you're dealing with that, but we'll try to get your followers back as best we can here with the Porn Stars of People podcast. This has been a very fun conversation. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. Follow her, Katya Rodriguez X, on all the platforms. Look out for the website.
KatyaRodriguez.com.
End of July. Shout out anybody. I don't know. This is like an 80s thing.
Shout out to my sister Veronica Rodriguez. Shout out to Society 15 and Kendra Lust. And shout out to Kelly Carter.
Very cool. Roommate love. Thank you so much for listening. If you're hearing us for the first time, we're on Google Play, we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, TuneIn. You can tell Alexa, you can tell Google to look us up. Please follow us, please subscribe. We'll try to bring you as much fun and great content as we can, and we'll try to get all your favorite people in the chair to interview. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Dan Frigolette.